Okay. So let's go see what all of this stuff is about. Try to move them over so you can see some of them better. And the card on the bottom of the deck we have here's the Queen of Pumpkins. And the Queen of Pumpkins, she's the earth sign. She could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. She could represent you in a business success, a management kind of way. If you are trying to take care of your home, your family, your career life, this could represent you and the energy that you're in. Doesn't have to literally be a queen as in female. Doesn't have to literally be an earth sign, sun sign either. But this is the person who's very grounded, very stable, very capable, right? Business manager, manages her books at home, pays her bills on time, that sort of person, that sort of energy, right? Now, the card that is covering you is the Two of Ghosts, which is a love card. It's about love. It's about soulmate energy, happy family. This is really, it's just about love. This cat, he's like over the moon. We don't see the moon in the card here, but he's got wings, right? Because this is love. This is the cups in other suits, right? At the same time, oddly enough, we have the Five of Bats card. This is the crying over spilled milk card. This person here, this huge person, has stolen the candy from this little trick-or-treater who's crying. But the trick-or-treater doesn't notice there's still some bags of candy over here, and the clown is comforting the child in the suit. So either you're dealing with, you're having this happy love situation. There's something coming along that's trying to spoil your fun a little bit. It could be jealous children. It could be people in your life who are kind of coming from a lower base or kind of lower energy stuff, low vibrational behavior or attitude, something like that. It could be maybe that there's some kind of a disappointment that you're feeling. Doesn't necessarily have to affect your love life, however. But there's a lot of vocational stuff that's coming up in these other cards, so I don't want to belabor this point too much, but this really is a card of disappointment. But part of your dealing with your disappointment is letting go of that which you cannot control. And being able to process your pain and your discomfort so that you don't sit in this energy too long, because it will ultimately affect your happy relationship. Crowning, use the Sun card. It's like you just want to be happy. And this may come to pass. This can quite possibly come to pass for you. But there is some kind of a disappointment that's going on. And again, looking briefly at the other cards, I do think it's some kind of a vocational issue. Like a career, maybe your career's off to a slower start than you were hoping for it to. We see beneath you the Seven of Pumpkins. This is the energy that you're in now, right? This is what you have your feet on. Seven of Pumpkins is about waiting for something to come into harvest. You've planted the seeds, it's growing, it's coming to fruition. But in the reverse, there's a delay in your output. It's going to take longer to reap what you have sown. Behind you is some kind of foolishness, right? In the upright, this is about taking chances, taking risks, and certainly there's been some of that for you. But in the reverse, we have to be careful about engaging in foolishness. So maybe there was something that could have been better planned, that wasn't quite planned well enough, or that you didn't prepare for certain, I want to say contingencies, but I don't even know if that's the right word I'm looking for. Random things that happen that can set you back financially, that could be, in fact, affecting this delay in your success. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen for you, but it's there can be a lot of stress when we're trying to wait, and that could be some of what this disappointment is about. To come, we have the King of Bats, and that is air energy, air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be a man, a husband, father, somebody like that that's coming into play for you. It could be the sense of a need to cut something out, but making smart intelligent decisions, wisdom. This person tends to be a very sound businessman, thinks on his feet. He's a cut above the rest, so to speak. It's in the upright, which is really positive. I don't like the King of Bats in reverse because he can be very deceitful. He can be backstabbing. He can be very cold, distant, aloof. He's not the warmest person anyway because he's so intellectual. So sometimes he does have a tendency to be removed from his emotion, but he does have a genuine affection and helping spirit for you. So this could be your mate. And it doesn't have to be a male. It could be, it could be a same-sex relationship, could be opposite sex, but just whatever the energy is for that. Could be your energy, your partner's energy, but that loving energy for sure. But this, I almost wonder if that's a business person. I kind of don't feel like it's the same energy as this here, like your mate. But, that's going to vary for each person. There's, in a general reading, it's, you can only get so close to somebody's experience. Now, this Six of Imps, this is a fire sign card, right? This is a card of victory and success. So given that there's this air of disappointment that's going on over here, it could be that you're feeling success in your love life and that's what's happening, even as you're experiencing some kind of disappointment in another area. Ghosts is water sign. So it's going to be emotions. It's going to be spirit. This is fire. It's passion. But it's also about passion put into action. So that could be this relationship, home life situation that's very positive for you. It's very supportive in spite of the fact that you're experiencing some delay in your material success and prosperity. Whoops, wrong way. Environment card, we have the 10 of Pumpkins, which, again, that reinforces our 7 of Pumpkins over here, which is, this is material success, but it is a slow energy because it's an earth energy. It's about the building up of prosperity, success, wellness. This can be material struggle, the 10 of Pumpkins. But the 10, you'll note, is a completion. So it could be that there's a delay in the completion of that. It's a delay in getting to the point of material success. And we saw that reflected in here as well. So it does look like there's prosperity that could be coming your way for you. But in the meantime, this is going to be I guess what I want to say here is, however long this takes to become upright and for you to reap the benefit of that, your attitude is ultimately important right now. Because if you focus on the negativity and the loss and not the support that you have coming in from the bats and from the clown, and that's a person in a clown suit. We don't like clowns over here. Maybe. Unless you are one, and then I love you. But, oh, I'm hedging my bets here. But if you focus on the negativity, on the stealing, right? And it could be somebody stole from you outright. You will be very uncomfortable as you wait for the correction in your material wealth and success. So if you can release and let go of this disappointment energy, this upset energy, whatever you need to do to get okay with the fact that there are those things beyond your control, this will be a less uncomfortable waiting period for you. You do have support and you do have help here. You do have that. You're not completely without. I mean, think about this King of Bats here. This is a helpful, supportive person. This could be a parent, if you're close with your father, or if you're close with a brother, or your husband can have your back, or your boyfriend, or whoever that is for you. If that's any way possible, it could even be a loan from a bank or some kind of institution like that helps you get through. It does seem like there's going to be positive support. All these cards really they have good support people in them, right? So that's something to note as well. But how uncomfortable you are waiting for your luck to change, for your ships to come in. That has a lot to do with your personal approach to the situation. Now, in the hopes and fears position, we have the Lover's card. And the Lover's card can be the head or heart decision. Or if you'll notice, it could be, the choice between two lovers. Like this woman's in bed right here. There's a stodgy looking person in that photograph right there, her boyfriend who's writing her. And then here she's got Mr. Mysterious and attractive coming through the window. I guess he doesn't look attractive to me, but you get what I'm saying. She's making a choice here between what is she going to do in this situation. Now, given that you've got this beautiful soulmate card over here, this could be that you're hoping that your relationship is going to help stabilize whatever you're going through material-wise, business-wise, that is. Could be that you're having a fear of letting go and trusting your partner, too. Sometimes this air energy can seem very cold to people, especially if they're a warmer person. Air signs can be a little bit scary with that. I mean, they can remove some of the emotionality. If a person tends to be on the very emotional energy, they can balance that out. So it doesn't have to be a bad thing. But again, take it as it resonates, And I'm optimistic, too, for you because we've got the Queen of Pumpkins here, and she's got her white rabbit there, which is about, he's a fertility symbol, this rabbit, or she, whatever it is. The pumpkin, same, This is about material success and well-being, but it is a slow-moving energy. The Earth sign is the most slow-moving energy in the deck. Final outcome card, we have the Ace of Imps. And in the upright, this is about passionate energy being made manifest. Like, what I mean by that is passion put into action, right? A new beginning. And in the reverse, this isn't that it's not going to happen. It's the delay that we've been seeing all along anyway. You're trying to put together whatever it is that you're passionate about. You're trying to create some kind of a business around it or some sort of a material fulfillment with that. You're trying to pay the bills by doing something that you love, and it's taking its sweet time getting off the ground. It can happen for you, but part of it, may have to do with some kind of a fear, a hope that your lover will be successful, that your lover will be supportive of you in this process, but also possibly a fear of that. Or maybe thinking that you need to make some kind of head and heart decision, like maybe I need my MIC job while I'm waiting for my real spiritual calling to take off and to be able to support and sustain me and my family right now. So there's that potential conflict for you that's coming into play. But it does seem like it's going to be successful. And as I mentioned before, you do have help and support. One of the things about help, whether it's divine support, like spiritual support from angels and spirit guides and helpers, or whether it's from, friends or neighbors, family members, you have to ask for it. Most people, they're afraid that they're going to embarrass you or hurt your feelings or something if they offer that kind of help. So if there is somebody that you can ask for help in the meanwhile, that may be worth your while to do, just to get you through until you can figure out what's going on. Now, scary looking card. It's from my Alice in Wonderland Oracle cards. This one jumped out. Use your time well. Make every moment count. And let me show you the picture of the book. Brand new. They just came out in September. I had them on pre-order for a while. So let me look at this card and see what this has to say for you. Make every moment count. I think you might do something better with the time, she said, than wasting it in asking riddles that have no answers. Asking riddles that seem to have no answer may seem like a waste of time, but sometimes it leads to discovery. When we allow ourselves to ask questions that may have no discernible answer, we might find out valuable things and unearth what we truly think and believe. But there is another element to this card, as there are people who will waste your time, not only by asking questions that have no answers, but by deliberately asking those questions intending to take up your time. There are people in our lives who feel justified questioning, prying, or wasting our time. It is up to you to decide what questions are worth answering and those that serve no purpose and can be left alone. Like Alice, you could find yourself becoming bothered by people's desire to confuse you. When this card comes, It is essential to create a safe space about yourself and to know what you are prepared to do, what you are prepared to withdraw from, and what you will leave well alone. Trust Alice on this. There are many people in the world with questions that will simply waste your very precious and irreplaceable time. Answer only those that bring you closer to a resolution or that will lead to a greater and deeper way of experiencing the world. Some people love to feel they are important enough to take up another's time for no sound reason. Do not let them waste yours. In divination, this card represents someone who could be wasting your time by asking questions they have no interest in answering. People not listening or repeatedly asking for assistance, but not heeding advice. Someone wishes to take up a great deal of your time in order to feel more important, listened to, and cared about. Set your boundaries. It occurs to me too, this person here, this Five of Bats, could be somebody who's not stealing anything material from you, but rather wasting your time. And maybe that's what they're doing and leaving you in a place of frustration where you're just kind of over it and feeling some kind of way about that, some frustration or whatever that is. Maybe it's in part about setting that boundary and cutting out the nonsense, getting down to essentials, placing the truth and what really is important above the nonsense that people do when they're engaging in lower energy, lower vibrational stuff and nonsense, right?